In the industry we work in, obviously we work with living things, so there is going to be death amongst our industry. You can't help, it's like losing a family member. You do definitely suffer some grief, but with Nyota, she lived a very long, healthy life. She was the second eldest giraffe or third eldest giraffe in Australasia. So same way we would grieve with a person passing away. We celebrated her life. We went out afterwards, we told stories about her. I was fortunate enough, I worked with her most of my career, so she's taught me all I know about giraffe behaviour and just the way they are, so I'm eternally grateful to her, and she'll always live on in our heart. In my 20 years that I've worked here, Nyota is not the first animal that has had to go to heaven, but we bounce back. We're a pretty strong team. We rely on one another to give each other our strength back. It definitely is an emotional time for everyone, but there's nothing that we haven't been through before. Unfortunately, we will have to go through again, but that's just having the strength of the Taronga family that brings us all together. Nyota was one of our cheekiest giraffe. She was also the most inquisitive. So if there was anything we did wrong in the paddock, for example, like we might have left a tool in there, Nyota would be the one that's going to find her and dob us into our bosses. So she was part of our team, but she was also a little bit mischievous, a little bit naughty. So she was probably our most naughtiest giraffe. The other giraffe tend to give her a bit of respect. It's quite interesting with the giraffe behaviour. I have a feeling that our giraffe actually knew that Nyota was sick before we actually knew, because herd animals, so giraffe, zebra, anything prey animal, they rely on herd dynamics, and they rely on their herd to be nice and strong. Now, they were starting to disassociate themselves from Nyota, which was really quite interesting behaviour for us to watch. In hindsight, that disassociation was probably them getting rid of her from the herd, because any animal that is suffering or that might be showing signs of weakness in a herd situation, they're at risk of attracting predators. I thought our giraffe would grieve a lot more, but they didn't. I think just by watching their behaviour, they felt a little bit of relief that an animal that they might have seen something wrong with has left the herd. Nyota was involved in all the training that we were doing in the preparation for the move back up here to our new savannah. Obviously, when she was showing signs of illness, we did have to stop the training for a little bit, as in we had to teach Jimmy and Giraffe to separate away from Nyota, getting ready to be moved on their own. So we did pause the training and modify the training a little bit during Nyota's end of life stage, but once she did pass, we were able to pick the training up 110% to receive the best result that we've got, and that's our two giraffes, Jimmy and Giraffe, back up here in their old exhibit savannah. The move for us, it's a long time planning, so people don't see really what goes on behind the scenes as much as what we show or anything, but it was such a relief, and it couldn't have gone smoother. It was literally like textbook. We ticked all the boxes as they went, so we as a team could not be more prouder of the way it all went.